Welcome to Robot Wars, the Dutch battles. 6 more robots contend here tonight for a place in our series grand final. XBar will be taking on Meshuggah, Pikachu will be taking on Hammerhead, but first, Botwork will face maximum torque. Botwork has a horizontal spinning disc, which will do some real nasty bot work on any opponent. Alright, they're not all good jokes. Maximum Torque, on the other hand, boasts a compact design that works very much in its favour as it gives it aggressive pushing power. Team's giving a little wave to our fans here tonight. 2 great looking robots to kick off the opening round of Heat C. And how better to heat things up than with Sergeant Bash himself. And he's joined by the lovely ladylike Matilda. Yeah, right. Activate is called and Refbot kicks this match off. Maximum Torque trying to get into position there to fire its weapon off. As the name suggests, Maximum Torque also boasts superior pushing power, using that to its advantage now, using that wedge on the front there to tip Botwork up against the arena side wall. That's a bizarre angle, it's got to be said, up against the arena angle grinders there. Although it looked like Maximum Torque took a little bit of damage off of those as well. Maximum Torque doing a little showboating to the fans. You've got to be more aggressive than that in Robot Wars. We don't just have robots that sit and spin around. What do you think this is? Early Robot Wars from mid-90s American tournaments? Botwork really struggling to cause any real damage to Maximum Torque here. That spinning disc not doing much in the way of offensive blows. Oh, and again the pushing power comes into play and Botwork is beached. There is something to be said about a robot that has such sheer pushing power as a weapon all of its own. In the UK competition we've seen, of course, Tornado use that to incredible effect, but it looks to me like Matilda has buckled some of the framework there of Maximum Torque. Both robots seem to be getting countered out. No! Botwork's moving! Which means that Maximum Torque has been countered out of this match. What an incredibly unlucky break there. But they were in the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, and that means the house robots can play. And they play rough. Unfortunate though it may be for Maximum Torque, it'll teach them a valuable lesson about staying out of the CPZ next time they're in the Robot Wars arena. Hurled across the arena by the floor flipper there. You always have to remember the house robots are a great threat, a mobile hazard of the arena, so to speak, and they're down the pit of oblivion. Went Maximum Torque. Had they been a little more careful, they'd have won that one, in my opinion. Next match on the card then, Pikachu taking on Hammerhead. Now this is an innovative design. Hammerhead is equipped with a pair of hammers on a spinner. I know. They've also got a little flipper action going on there, making them something of a hybrid robot. Pikachu has to be my favourite in the heat. I'm a big Poke fan myself. But does this one have true Pika power? Two very different looking robots here. Hammerhead, functional. That design created for maximum damage. Pikachu, a little bit more of a fun robot perhaps. But we know what happens when you underestimate fun robots. Here's someone who's on a fun robot, Sir Kilowatt. He banned fun in his house. And Matilda, I don't know if she even knows what fun is. Perhaps Jonathan Pierce can teach her. Tell you what though, this match ought to be pretty fun. Pikachu rolling towards Hammerhead there. Hammerhead, look at the speed on those things! The entire front of the robot now is an incredible hazard area. Pikachu is going to have to drive very carefully so as not to get hit by that. But Hammerhead angling themselves constantly so that they are front-facing towards Pikachu. Pikachu may have to take the hit, which sometimes is the only way to overcome a spinner, it's got to be said. Oh, just bonking away at Pikachu there with those mighty, meaty hammers. Just bouncing them around the floor there. Pikachu being knocked senseless. And I suspect they may have had the life knocked out of them. Hammerhead, meanwhile, looks pretty much fine. Refbot counting Pikachu out of this match. Hammerhead seems to be stuck in forward drive. Of course, that is irrelevant with Pikachu. Now eliminated! Oh, Matilda just flipping Pikachu up and over with that brutal flywheel shot there. Please flip me back, I don't like it. Oh dear, oh, they'll not like that either. The wheels come off his wagon and he's got nowhere to go. Matilda positioning, oh! Pikachu on that flip. Well, I mean, at least Matilda was polite enough to flip him back. Oh, not very polite to hit him in the face with a flywheel, though. Poor Pika. Our final opening round match then is between XBar and Meshuggah. XBar is a very unusual design, it's got to be said. But will they 360 to victory? Meshuggah is a standard sort of vertical spinner design, and spinners have been very successful in this contest so far. Will this be more of the same? The fans are ready for this fight to get underway. But then again, aren't we all? We're a bloodthirsty bunch, us Robot Wars fans, aren't we? Or oil-thirsty, perhaps. Oh, Merry Christmas, Santa hat there. Someone who's got no holiday spirit, however, is Dead Metal with the pincers and circular saw blade. And Sir Kilowatt has never been kissed under the mistletoe. That's probably why he's so grumpy all the time. Final opening round one-on-one contest is now underway. XBar, slow and sluggish. Meshuggah, meandering a little perhaps, but at least perhaps more mobile. Neither of these two robots look like they're going to break any kind of land speed record anytime soon. That wedge on the front of XBar is some kind of lifter. It didn't seem especially effective when Meshuggah mounted them earlier. Neither one of these robots seem especially effective at the moment, it has to be said. Meshuggah doesn't seem to be effective at moving. Oh, and they know it. They know they're out. Refbot now doing his job, counting them out. I suppose that was a nice quick and easy one for XBot. Not the way I thought this match was going to go, if I'm honest. Not that Sir Killalot cares, of course. He's going to have a little bit of playtime now. And the arena floor flipper now is Meshuggah. Oh, sugar me. Oh, and right into the circular saw blade of dead metal, and a further damage being inflicted now. What a ruthless bunch our house robots are. That's a real sore point for you. Anybody? Nothing? Oh well. The arena pit of oblivion is open, and it looks to me like Meshuggah is going down into robot hell. Oh, dead metal taking a stumble in there with him too. Meshuggah are out. But perhaps not for long. As we now move on to the losers melee, Pikachu, Meshuggah and Maximum Torque have a chance to get back into the main competition. But Meshuggah, I'm being told, has been irreparably broken down. This once again, as with last week, makes this a one-on-one encounter between Pikachu and Maximum Torque this time. Pikachu, their team obviously very happy to be back in the competition, potentially at least. Slightly more subdued reaction from Maximum Torque there, and as we saw, Matilda, the glaring girly in the arena. Well, I don't know if I call her girly actually, I certainly want to call her Shunt girly. I dread to imagine how he'd respond. Whoever wins this battle will be back in the main competition as we enter round 2. This is the beauty of the format of the Dutch battles of Robot Wars. Every robot gets at least 2 matches, except the ones that break down. Honestly, Meshuggah, you could have been someone. You could have been a contender. But it was not to be. Maximum Torque now mounting the front of Pikachu. Not sure that's a very good idea. That's where their weapons kept, you idiots. A circular blade. Oh dear, that hammer's a bit pathetic, isn't it? Goodness me, I wouldn't have even bothered putting that on. You couldn't break an egg with that thing. Now Shunt, showing what you can do with the right level of downward force applied with that diamond-edged axe. Poor driving here from Maximum Torque. Pikachu pretty much in control of this one. And they got a wheel back on as well, which is always helpful, I find. Maximum Torque looking lost in this match, quite frankly. Pikachu activating pit release tyre. I think they've had enough. They want to put this one to bed. Oh, but it looks like Maximum Torque might do the job for them. Whoa, whoa, back and forth, and oh, down they go. Suicide by pit. Pikachu back in the main competition for round 2. So here's how they'll line up in our Heat semi-finals. XBot will be taking on Pikachu, but first, Hammerhead and Botwork will be going at it one-on-one. This is going to be a very interesting clash of the spinners here. For me personally, my one is on Hammerhead. Their weapon seems a lot more devastating, a lot more dangerous, and a lot more damage inflicting. The 3Ds, if you will. Matilda's also 3Ds, dirty, destructive, and downright horrible. Whereas with Sergeant Bash, of course, it's all about discipline and dedication to duty, which is, of course, destruction. This match now underway. Hammerhead already up to full speed. Botwork is going to have a pretty big challenge on its hand here, if you ask me. Hammerhead, the head stopped spinning already. Has Botwork done some damage to it? It looks as though that little nick there against the tyre seems to have stopped it stone dead. This has got to be an upset victory here. If Hammerhead's counted out and the ref bot counting upwards towards 10. Hammerhead about to be booted out of this match. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Botwork, quite possibly the luckiest robot in this contest. This was Hammerhead's fight to lose. Oh! And now they're just going to lose pieces of their armour all over the arena. Matilda comes in with that flywheel. The pit now descending. What bad luck for Hammerhead here. It looks like they completely lost power there. Hammer's very, very barely moving. Oh, just up and over. The robot completely out of gas and out of luck. And out of our lives as down the pit of oblivion it goes. And out of this contest. So we come now to our second Heat semi-final between XBar and Pikachu to see who'll be joining Botwork in the Heat final. Pikachu catching a very lucky break here, finding itself back in the main competition. XBar have done well to make it thus far, I've got to say. They've been lucky in their own way, but neither one of them will be lucky if they end up in the clutches of Dead Metal, the pincers and the saw. And Dead Metal will be joined by Sir Killalot, who brings an air of bad luck with him wherever he goes. Refbot pulls back and this semi-final match is now underway. Do you know, I'm looking forward to see if XBot can finally show what it's capable of. We haven't really seen much in the way of offensive manoeuvring from XBot. A little slow, a little sluggish here. Both of these robots perhaps struggling to get into position. Pikachu trying to get that wedge under the rear of XBot. Pushing them around the ring here. Good control, good driving. XBot covered in signatures and autographs from the Roboteers down in the pits. Whoever wins this one step closer to entering our series grand final. Sir Killalot, you saw moments ago, coming in for a little look on XBot, who now perhaps wisely lowers the pit of oblivion. Seems to me that XBot is going to have very little chance to flip Pikachu, so they might as well try and push them into the pit, and that seems like that's what they're attempting. Pikachu wriggles free though. And now, oh, the tables are turned. Pika attempting to shove XBot down that pit there. This has become a titanic tussle to see who's going down that hole. Neither one of them wants to give an inch. It's going to come down to who's the better driver. That's crucial. But now Pikachu getting under XBot. Oh, a little cuddly toy mascot coming off the top there. We see the front wedge sort of flipper lifter of XBot there, buckling and the panel breaking in the middle. This one's going to go to the judges. Honestly, for me, this one's too close to call. Let's see what our judges have to say on the matter. This one's going to be a tough one for me. Both sides showed a lot of tenacity. They both showed good control, good driving. Not a lot of damage from either side, it has to be said. I think this one's going to come down to what the judges feel was the better controlled robot. I couldn't call it, could you? Fortunately, we don't have to call it. The judges have made their decision, and they've gone. Tense, isn't it? For Pikachu. So here's how our heat final looks. Pikachu taking on Botwork for a place in our series grand final. The two metallic marauders staring one another down across the arena. Pikachu fighting their way back into the contest, having previously been eliminated. Botwork showing quite the lucky streak thus far, and they'll be joined for this heat final by Sergeant Bash, keeping things nice and warm in his corner patrol zone, and Matilda, who's got a heart as cold as ice. This one for a place in our series grand final, for a chance to become the first ever Dutch Robot Wars champion. Pikachu immediately under Botwork. Botwork much slower, more sluggish. Very poor maneuverability on Botwork, I gotta say. Massive turning circle, and Pika pushing them around the arena with very little effort. Will Botwork's luck run out? They've got a nice glancing blow against the wheel cover there of Pikachu. I'm not sure if that's going to do any lasting damage. It's certainly going to make maneuverability more difficult for Pikachu. Good strategy from Botwork. Pikachu now lowering the Pit of Oblivion. Perhaps hoping to outdrive Botwork. See another good targeted attack on the wheels of Pikachu here by Botwork. They've got a strategy and they're sticking to it, and it's working. Pikachu not moving right now. Botwork need to stay on top of them. Oh! And the wheel covers come off. Exposed tyres are a dangerous thing in the Robot Wars arena, it's got to be said. But has that actually increased the maneuverability of Pikachu? Those wheel covers borrowed from a defeated robot down in the pit. And if anything, they seem to have hindered Pikachu in this match. Pikachu now stuck on our flame pit, with flames licking away at the robot. Oh, poor Pikachu on top. I thought electric Pokemon weren't weak to fire. Westbot shoving Pikachu off that grill there, but I suspect the lasting damage may well have been done. The tyre bent and buckled. There's no way they're going anywhere on that. Looks like we're going to be going to another judge's decision. Let's see what they make of it all. Now you may think this one's cut and dry based on how both robots look at the end there. Pikachu taking much more damage in the end, but I feel as though Pikachu controlled the flow of the match early on. It's all going to depend what part of the match the judges think is going to carry more weight. The early going when Pikachu was in charge, or the closing moments where Botwork was clearly the one in control. The judges have made their decision and they've gone in favour of Botwork, who now joins the first two entrants in our series grand final. Next week, another entrant yet will be named from our 6 further crazy contestants. I couldn't pick a winner from this bizarre lot. After all, it's all double Dutch to me.